Yeah, he was a little, tight around the midsection, abdominal section. And so, more precautionary than anything. Trainers went, took a look at him. His strength is pretty good post game, range of motion pretty good. So we'll kind of go day to day. Hopefully it's just a little bit of tightness in the midsection, and we'll kind of go from there. I'll probably know a little bit more tomorrow.
Did that happen on any particular play, or did it just crop up throughout the game?
I think it kind of tightened up on him during one of his swings, more when he, kind of loading and turning to the ball. So, he said something, and, obviously precautionary, want to make sure and not do any more damage or anything like that. So, Rogues and the training staff, Tatis pretty encouraged after the game, just with the strength and the range of motion in it right now. But we'll kind of wait and see how we're doing in the morning.
Jayce, I know you're obviously hopeful that this is something minor for Tatis, but what kind of confidence does it give your group that you've kind of had to withstand a whole bunch of these, however long the setback is, and you've still managed to kind of come through despite the absences of some of your key contributors this season?
Yeah, I think, one of the strengths of our group and is, the ability to, show up and be pretty present, day to day. Obviously we've, dealt with injuries, we've dealt with different situations, we've dealt with wins, we've dealt with losses. And the one thing that this group, pretty good at is showing up, keeping it day by day, and just understanding, all that matters is today. So, I feel, no matter where we're at tomorrow, and obviously we've lost 3 in a row, we're going to be ready to play ball. No matter what our lineup looks like, no matter what our situation is, we're pretty consistent at being the same, ready to play ball each and every day.
Hi, Jayce. Obliques are often very tricky injuries. Are you pretty optimistic, though, that he is avoiding another IL stint?
I think it's too early to tell, but I just seeing Fernando and the trainers, I am pretty optimistic, for sure, just with seeing their reaction, post game, and seeing the range of motion and talk about the strength, the test they did. I am optimistic that maybe we caught something early, before it got bad. But sometimes you wake up, things are different. But I am fairly optimistic with the trainer's report and how Fernando was feeling after the game.
And just to clarify, did you say that he alerted you or the training staff to discomfort when he felt it in his obliques?
Yeah, he had mentioned something to Rogues, and then I walked down there, and in fact he's like, no, I can go, I'm good to go. And obviously we took him out for precautionary reasons.
Stuff could have been a little bit better. I think location was a tad bit off towards the end, but all in all, getting through 5, felt really good, and battled in the zone and felt good.
How'd you feel about getting the 2 hits tonight?
Felt good. Felt good catching the ball off the barrel and shooting it through a hole.
Ryan, can you talk about the second inning there where you got the warning about going to your mouth on the mound, and what were your thoughts after that?
I don't use anything, so using spit in my pants, I wasn't understanding what he was saying. It just, I'm out there competing, and he did it kind of middle of an AB. It's kind of a bad time for that. Wasn't doctoring the ball, So, just one of those things.
Being here in the moment and all that, did you recover pretty quickly right there from that? Because you did seem kind of irritated by it. Were you able to recover pretty quickly?
Yeah, it was fine. I'm a competitor. I compete my tail off anytime I'm out there. And, he just middle of an AB against Javi Baez, one of the better players in the game. And, he kind of just more busted my rhythm than anything. It just kind of, got under my skin a little bit. But obviously the walk there, but I was able to rebound back pretty quick.
Ryan, where did you learn that pickoff move? Who do you credit most of it to?
Actually got it taught through me through the phone from Andy Pettite whenever he played with my dad. He always had a good move. Him and Jeremy Affeldt that pitched with the Giants and the Reds. They've always worked on me with pickoff moves and, just holding runners.
When did you have that conversation? Did you have like Andy Pettite was on the other end of the line? Because he's obviously one of the best pickoff artists.
I was probably 10 or 11 whenever he was on the phone with me, and, just talking about pickoff moves. So I always wanted to have a good one being a lefty. And, just so far it's working out really well.
How do you view that move as part of kind of your a weapon for you? Like when do you try to deploy it, I guess?
Every team's willing to take an extra base anytime they can. Whether if I get a pickoff or, just a good move over and get them to kind of jab step, to second and then have to kind of get back quick to first, it just kind of holds the run game down for maybe an inning or two and just allows me to go after the batter.